Hey, we're at the last post for GymBed Explorations. I've got Gaboo in the bed with me. We are doing more of a wake up flow for this last post. We want more of a gentle and a energizing, slightly dynamic movement for the morning. In the evening is when we would focus more on the long stretch holds and to sort of reverse the day. But in the mornings, we start with just getting the blood flow going, doing some long holds as well. So this is just a few, that you could throw together in the exact order if you want to try it. All right. So when you wake up, one of the things that I like to do is just get long and have the hands touch the back of the headboard if possible. Stick those fingers into the space between the mattress and the board and just slightly press into it, engage the shoulder blades, kind of squeeze everything, okay? Squeeze and then release, squeeze and release, and just wiggle the toes around, okay? And instead of doing a super straight leg stretch, this is where you could bring one knee up, grab that toe, and just focus on having the knees come closer to your chest and giving a slight pull. And then from here, if you would like to go ahead and start stretching it out a little bit more, okay? And then grab the other. If you want to do two hands, that's fine, but just bring it up. The knees coming closer to your front chest. So you're getting a little bit of a stretch as well as compression. You're pulling on that foot that's flexed, so you're getting a foot stretch at the same time. Okay? And then what you could do is one of my favorite variations of the open book. So this one has the arm sweep, okay? So we roll over to the side, okay? And the bottom hand is outstretched. The top hand comes to meet, but then we sweep it with a nice long stretch and rotating your upper back and shoulder toward the bed, okay? Do a sweep, come back around. One more time. Enjoying the breath. And you could bring the knees up. Roll to the other side. Hands together and straight. And sweep. Just bring it together. Sweep. Sweep. I just did about 3 times on each side. Okay. Now roll to the side, press yourself up, and I would normally do it, with the same way that I woke up, but I'm just going to show you this way. We want to do one of my favorites as well, the child's pose with the external rotation. And if you could use the edge of the pillow, so the lengthwise edge to rest your arms on, and then the front edge to rest the forehead on. Okay. So get into child's pose, press the hips back as much as you can, then drop into it. And remember, these we're going for feel good, okay? So stay with whatever feels best for you. Don't worry about, how long. Don't worry about the counts. But from here, you could just walk it out to the side as well, and just walk, walk, walk. Okay. The most important thing is you want to feel that chest drop, okay? All right, so once you're done here, we could actually take the knees wider into a frog pose, and don't worry about the perfect form here as long as you're feeling it. So the knees are wider, come down to the elbows, and rock it back and forth. Okay, so don't worry about holding this for long amounts of time. Just get a little bit more dynamic with this. Okay, and if you want to push yourself up, roll the shoulders back and down, and do it this way. Just the only thing we don't want is to have an arch here. Okay, so you have to keep the abs engaged. Okay, all right, so once we're done here, we're doing it chest to the ground. Press yourself up. Sit back on the heels. And just give a stretch to the elbows with the hands behind you. Okay. And then I'm going to show you as a bonus, so you could stop there. I'm going to show you as a bonus a really, really funky neck stretch, and this is going to be possibly hard to show. I have to get right into the edge of the bed again. So if you could get your chin, okay, so watch here for your chin and around this side of the face, okay, is what we're going to end up having contact with on the edge of the bed. Okay, and we'll do one side. Okay, this is very intense, so be very, very careful, but it's amazing to kind of stretch out and relax our upper trap area, which is the part where most of us get tense if we're on the computer or the phone and all of that. So what we're going to do is one side at a time. So we're going to tilt to one side. We're going to rest that part of the chin and the cheek on one edge. Okay, start with your arms out to the side, palms down. Okay, and what we're doing here is letting all that weight drop into this edge. That cush is going to bring you down. The weight of your head, so the part of the head that's not on the bed, is going to bring you down, and you just want to let it drop and feel the stretch here. Okay, so you might have to adjust a couple times. You might even get a little neck crack. And then you can start playing around with different arm positions to deepen that stretch. The most important thing is that you're letting the entire weight of your head and the additional give of the cush of the edge of the bed to weigh your head down. So again, this part of the chin right here, rest. And play around with different hand holds, okay? Or even if you want to place it flat and roll the shoulders back, okay? But again, the most important thing is you want to let go of any attention that the neck is doing. Let the weight of the head. So the pressure is like, if we're going in this direction, the pressure is down and off to that side, okay? So down to the floor, off to the side, and back. Okay, it's like a three-way pressure of that passive hold. And that you can hold for a long time. It feels really amazing, but like I said, be careful because we are having a pretty big tweak to the neck, and you might feel a little bit of cracking. But come back to the idea that everything we did, or most of what we did for this month, your focus is that you're doing what feels good. So if it doesn't feel good, then skip it or adjust it. All right. See you for the next month.